Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Convocation Center as we are here for tonight's matchup between the California Vulcans and the Lock Haven Bald Eagles. My name is Andrew White. Joined with me is Braxton Turner. Braxton, how are you feeling coming into the night?
Feeling pretty good. Excited to see what these teams put together today, as both teams in their contest had to battle at some point.
And tonight we got our starting lineups for the California Vulcans. We have Alicia Young, number 3, Nina Shaw, number 4, Jordan Smith, number 22, Licia Harris, number 23, and number 32, Deja Terrell in the middle. And then for the Lock Haven Bald Eagles on the other side, we have number 4, Jenadea Jordan, number 12, Alana Robinson, number 14, Taylor Leedy, number 25, Madeline Evans, and number 32, Olivia Smith. This is an exciting matchup between two teams that are sitting at the top of their conferences right now, both PSAC East and West, as both teams come into tonight's matchup at 8-1 and undefeated in their conference. This will be the last game between the two teams before a much-needed break, as both teams will have 11 days off after this game and will play again on December 30th, where California will travel to Mansfield and Lock Haven will play Slippery Rock at home.
Excited to see what happens in this game. As you said, both of these teams sitting at the top of their respective divisions. Lock Haven undefeated in conference play, as well as California also being undefeated in conference play.
Yeah, both these teams are really kind of showing their worth this season. They're both projected to finish at the top of their conferences prior to the season, and they have played out that way. As California coming off a big win last night, and Lock Haven the same, where they actually came out with a win against, I believe, let me see here. Oh, it was against Seton Hill, 76-74, and a nail-biter that came down to the wire. And here in the middle for the jump ball is number 32, Deja Terrell, and number 4, Jenadea Jordan. A little bit of a height advantage here for Deja Terrell. California wins the tip, and we are off as Nina Shaw starts with the ball. To Jordan Smith. Smith back to Shaw. Looking to set up the offense. Vulcans repping the all-black tonight uniforms at home. Alicia Harris on the drive. Stop and pop. Off the rim and no good. And it's going to stay this side. These last few games for the Vulcans have accumulated a couple turnovers early on, trying to definitely keep the play a little cleaner here tonight as they're getting going. Inbound to Terrell. Takes the drive, and that'll be a block. Alicia Harris with the rebound. Passes out to Nina Shaw, and we have a whistle. I believe we have a clock issue of some sort.
Yeah, I think what happened was they might have reset the shot clock when nothing hit rim, so I believe that's what the call's going to be.
We had an early little bit of an issue in last night's game as well with the clock. So just those pregame jitters might be going to more than just the players tonight, as score table getting back in order, and the shot clock's going to go down to 12 instead of 20. Nina Shaw, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Play's got to get moving here. Shaw with the drive to the left side. The great pass down low to Deja Terrell for the lay-in. And the Vulcans strike first.
Yeah, what a quick pass. Terrell, honestly, is surprised she caught that ball and was able just to go up with it.
Yeah, great pass there by Nina Shaw, using the left hand, showing how versatile she can be. The drive by Jenadea Jordan. She will be fouled, and she'll shoot 2. But like you said, Nina Shaw with the great pass there. It's been really fun to watch her growth and development on the season in her freshman year, as she actually leads all of the PSAC in minutes played per game. So Coach Strom showing her trust in her day in and day out. The first one by Jordan falls. Jordan averaging 15 points a game this season, 5 rebounds, shooting 47% from the floor. As she knocks down both, and the game is tied up at 2. Jordan Smith passing to Terrell. Terrell with the jab step. It's going to be poked out, and Looks like it's going to stay on this side. It's one of the downfalls of the ball going out of bounds here on the right side of the Convocation Center.
So much space to work with.
Nina Shaw on the inbound here. Passing Terrell in the post. Terrell backing down. And the hook is good. She has 2 early baskets as the Vulcans take the lead.
Beautiful drop step by Terrell, using her size to her advantage.
We've seen a little bit last night as she had 16 points, 13 rebounds, and now tonight with the first 2 baskets for the Vulcans, starting to pick up the aggressiveness for sure. So we have Jordan. I'm sorry, that was actually 14, Taylor Leidy. And Alicia Harris with the rebound. Nina Shaw on the outlet pass. Pass over to Harris. Smith. Smith to the middle to Deja Terrell. They seem to like going through her with the offense here tonight. Nina with the pump fake and the pass over to Young. Young drives baseline, and we're going the other way. Offensive foul on. Or I'm not sure if that was an offensive foul or if she stepped out of bounds.
I believe they said she stepped out of bounds. No numbers to the table, so that's what I'm assuming.
Taylor Leidy bringing the ball up. Lana Robinson gets fouled. She's coming off a big game last night against Seton Hill as she managed to put up 22 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 steals, contributing to their 2-point win last night in a huge way. And the inbound here to Olivia Smith. Smith to Robinson. Robinson underneath, and she steps out of bounds as well. It'll go the other way.
Quick pair of turnovers for both teams. So far, both teams have yet to really have too much of a breakdown defensively. Both teams still filling each other out.
Mia Shaw with the ball at the top of the key. The drive with the left hand. No good. Rebound to Evans, and here comes Lockhaven. Olivia Smith with the pass to Jordan. Jordan on the drive, puts it up with the right hand. No good. Deja Terrell with the rebound. Nina Shaw bringing the ball up the court, finds Terrell trailing. She's going to shoot, and she's going to find it. Deja Terrell, 4-3, and this is the start that she was looking for here in tonight's game, as she has all 7 points.
Yeah, Terrell off to a hot start. She is feeling it.
Leidy with the pass to Jordan. Jordan underneath, pump fake. No good, and they're going to say it was tipped off the Vulcans, and it'll stay on this end.
Man, these last few possessions, Lockhaven has just been aggressive, driving to the basket-wise. As me and you were both talking about earlier, Lockhaven sitting towards the pit at the bottom of the PSAC in terms of three-point shots attempted.
Yeah, they're a team that definitely kind of focuses on getting underneath, getting the best shot possible. And what a save there by Deja Terrell as she dives into the bench. And Jordan Smith bringing the ball back up.
It's Terrell doing all of it right now.
Young settling down, takes the mid-range jumper, and it's good. Vulcan starting out hot here as they're off to a 9-2 run. Like you said, though, Lockhaven, one of those teams that just doesn't really tend to lean on the three, as they only have 98 attempts on the year compared to the Vulcans, 168, and they're not even a team that is known for their three-point either. Great drive there by Jordan. She wanted the and one, but either way, she gets the 2, and it's 9-4.
And at this rate, you're even looking at the stats, surprised the Vulcans aren't really sagging off the three-point line and giving them that shot. You can look at the stats alone, you can tell it's not a favorite shot of theirs, and they've just been going to the basket almost every possession so far.
Deja Terrell's going to try her luck from three again, and that one's no good, but Harris with the long rebound. The drive, and she gets fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2.
Man, I felt like almost every ref blew their whistle on that play.
Alicia Harris averaging 9 points per game and 9 rebounds. We have some subs coming in for Lockhaven. Almost a full group change up here. As we have number 5, Brooke Lawyer. Number 34, Rylan Rose. And a couple others I will see here. It's got number 1, Carly Fitzmaurice. And Not sure who I'm missing here, but we got 4 people coming on for Lock Haven here. And it seems like Iona Williams will check in for Harris. Or no, this will actually be for Deja Terrell, as she comes in after the second free throw. Harris knocks down 1 of 2. Harley Fitzmaurice. Pass to Lawyer, and it's going to be tipped out. Nina Shaw bringing it back the other way. Pass over to Williams. Williams on the drive, goes up with the right hand, but she is blocked by Jackie Fesco. Fesco bringing the ball up, gives it to Jordan. Jordan, the only one of the 5 starters to stay on the floor, and you can see why there with that beautiful spin move and finish.
And Lock Haven just continuing play after play just to drive to the basket, almost at will. Jordan just throwing the aggressiveness inside.
Jordan definitely thrives forcing the ball inside and trying to find the best shot that she can and not settling for the 3 ball. Because this Lock Haven team, like you said, is just playing some aggressive offense. Nina Shaw with the ball at the top of the key. Looking in the corner, Iona Williams with a rare 3, and it falls. Not sure what the call is. Oh, no, they're going to say it's a 2. Foot on the line, and would have been Iona's second 3 of the season. So definitely something you don't see often, but a great shot there nonetheless. Ryland with the ball down low, and a great find as she finds Jackie Fesco for 2.
It's a little defensive lap there by the Vulcans. I'm telling you, at this rate, at this point so far, I'd just be sitting, covering the paint almost exclusively. Make them shoot from outside because they have yet to really show that they want to.
And that's first media timeout here, but adding on to your point, and that's where the importance of the presence of Deja Terrell comes into play. As Lock Haven looking to drive into the paint almost every time, and when Deja Terrell gets her break, at least once a quarter or so, I'm sure they're looking to take advantage of that. Talked about both teams coming off of wins in the last 24 hours as California was able to pull off the win yesterday against Shippensburg. Really pulling away in that 4th quarter as they ended the 4th quarter only up 2 and finished with a 22-point victory. So quite the dominating 4th quarter for them.
Yeah, that 4th quarter especially was wild for them because if you were to look at just the first through the 3rd quarter alone, you would have never thought. California ended up shooting 41% in that game from the field. If it was just to be the 1st through 3rd quarter alone, it'd probably be a lot lower than what it was. They just shot lights out in that 4th quarter yesterday.
Yeah, I know for the majority of the game, both teams were shooting somewhat around the 20 to 30% mark. Wasn't the most offensive masterpiece by any means, but they pulled together a nice win. And also we had Seton Hill, who Lock Haven defeated yesterday at a score of 76-74. Kind of came down to a free throw competition at the end where Lock Haven was just able to secure the win by knocking down 5 of their last 6 free throws, and Seton Hall had one final offensive possession that they came up slightly short in and resulted in Lock Haven's 8th straight win coming into this game. Here's Jordan. She's getting double teamed. Pass over to Lawyer. Lawyer getting double teamed as well, and the aggressive defense pays off for the Vulcans.
And that aggressiveness, they've kept it up from yesterday as we were showing yesterday. I do like the aggressiveness that they're showing, keeping Lock Haven on their heels just a bit, making them uncomfortable.
Iona Williams, top of the key, spin move, goes up with the right hand, and she finds the bottom of the net. Her first basket of the night, and the Vulcans are up 6. Jenna Pizzoli. Pass over to Fesco. Fesco on the drive with the left hand. Goes up, gets her own rebound, and she gets fouled by, it looks like, Iona Williams. And she'll go to the line for 2. This team has their fair share of tall players as they are one of the better rebounding teams in all of the PSAC. As we have some substitutions coming in. Deja Terrell and Sierra Bermudez checking in for the Vulcans. And Abby Jacoby and I believe that was Olivia Smith checking in for Lock Haven. first free throw by Fesco is good. Like I said, they have a knack for rebounding as they have 3 players who average over 7 rebounds a game, and Fesco not being one of them, but still being a major contributor as she knocks down both. Nina Shaw bringing it up, pass over to Williams, gives it to Young, back to Williams. She takes the mid-range, and she hits it. Iona with 3 early baskets in this game, 2 being jumpers. It's always a great sign for the Vulcans. Yeah. Carly Fitzmaurice orchestrating the show to Olivia Smith. Olivia takes it to the middle. Over to Abby Jacoby. Back to Smith. Drives with the left hand and fouled.
Just a couple of quick fouls there for the Vulcans. I'm not sure at this. I'm sounding like a broken record already. But teams like this, that play like this offensively, are sometimes, I guess, easier to guard. When I say that, you really don't have to hurry up as much to cover, to close out on them if they're just going to drive to the basket. And at this rate, that's what they just keep doing, possession after possession.
It's a strategy that kind of, has its risk and rewards.
Yep.
In a way, it is kind of a long game. It's beating them down, trying to get them maybe in foul trouble later on, and we'll see if it takes effect as this game continues. She hits 1 of 2, and the Vulcans still have a 5-point lead. Nina Shaw getting a double screen at the top. Little slip there by Jacoby. Down low to Deja Terrell. She's got all the room in the world to work with. But it gets tipped out, and it'll stay on this end. Nina Shaw on the inbound. Looking down low. Passed it up top to Iona Williams. The late bounce pass into Deja Terrell. Turns, spins, shoots, no good. Gets her own rebound. And they're going to set it back up, but Iona Williams is going to kick it out of bounds there as she kind of just stumbled over her own feet.
Yeah, Iona Williams is just quick to try to make a quick move to the basket, just kind of tripped herself up.
Another sub as Madeline Evans checks in for Rylan Rose. It's Olivia Smith with the ball. She's going to go with the little 1-2 floater in the middle of the lane as it falls, and they cut the lead down to 3. Nina Shaw pass to Iona Williams. Over to Bermudez. Deja Terrell with the jumper, and it's good. She is feeling it tonight, man.
Yeah. Right now, the start of this game is completely a stark contrast to yesterday's game. Vulcan struggled early offensively, but this game just being a completely different story so far.
Over to Smith. Smith in the corner. The pass to Jacoby. Jacoby over to Fitzmaurice. Fitzmaurice on the drive, and she's looking for the foul, and she gets it. Definitely sold the call.
Oh, yeah.
She'll get 2 free throws there. There's some subs coming in for the Eagles as Alana Robinson checks in for Fesco. And for the Vulcans, Talia Gilliard will check in for Bermudez. Gilliard coming off the game yesterday where she hit some clutch baskets early in the first half when the rest of the team was really struggling to find the bottom of the net. The first free throw by Fitzmaurice is good. The junior out of Hamburg, New Jersey. Second one is good. Checking for her will be Taylor Lighty. Some explosive shoes on this Lock Haven team. Something that I always seem to pick out when I'm watching. I love the Vulcans' strategy of kind of their matching shoes. I think that always kind of ties together a team's appearance, but it's also nice to see some characteristic shoes like the men's. Deja Terrell going to step back for 3, but she's going to get called for the travel. It's a little bit delayed.
Yeah, kind of just lost her. Kind of slid that foot just a bit. I mean, I'm surprised the ref caught it, but she did slide her foot just a bit, but it would have been another nice little shot, but just lost her footing.
Sure, it still feels good for her to see that fall and raises her confidence whether or not it ended up on the scoreboard. As Olivia Smith has it, guarded by Iona Williams. She's going to step back for a little long 2-point jump shot, no good. Deja Terrell kind of slips the rebound, and Jacoby pulls out. And there's going to be a foul underneath.
Oh, boy.
And it seems like it was Iona Williams on a foul on Madeline Evans, and she will go to the line for 2 as they are now on the bonus.
Yeah. I'm going to say she held her down underneath. I think as you were saying, when you have this type of game like this play style, this is what basically what's going to happen. Picking up fouls early.
Yeah, it's definitely something to watch out for. As that's Iona's second here early on in the first quarter, or late in the first quarter, I should say. As Nina Shaw brings the ball up the court for the Vulcans, up to 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Pass to Gilliard, back out to Shaw. Over to Young. And Young, oh no, I'm sorry, that was Olivia Smith getting called for the hand check, I believe maybe.
Yeah.
But, something along those lines. It'll stay on this end. Only Lock Haven's second foul of the game. Deja Terrell, an aggressive take, no good. Love to see this aggression from Deja Terrell. She's really trying to get back into her form that she was before the injury that you see brace on that left leg. Nina Shaw covered by Jacoby. Little step back. No good. And it looks like that might be the end of the quarter. Nina Shaw throws up a prayer, and it's no good. End of the first quarter. California Vulcans 18, Lock Haven Eagles 16. And we'll be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
The PSAC Digital Network is on the cutting edge of live event production and streaming. Every season, the PSAC Digital Network features nearly 2,000 contests, over 1 million unique viewers, over 26 million minutes watching thrilling PSAC competition, including 22 PSAC championship tournaments and events. Since its beginning in the 2017-18 season, the PSAC Digital Network has continued to grow its viewership and improved its quality every year in order to capture exciting highlights, captivating moments, and the championship experience that only the
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Convocation Center. We're getting ready here for the second quarter in this game between the Vulcans and the Bald Eagles of Lock Haven. Quite the first quarter we just witnessed there as both teams kind of going back and forth. Lock Haven kind of taking the more physical approach, and the Vulcans just grinding their way to a lead here early on. Bringing the ball up will be Taylor Lighty. She gets the screen at both sides of the top of the key. Pass to Jacoby. Over to Evans. Evans taking the smaller Shaw down into the lane. And it looks like it's going to be the Vulcans' ball off of her foot. Saw an opportunity there with Nina Shaw on her to potentially take advantage of the height mismatch, but Shaw with the great defense to force the turnover. Pass to Harris, back to Smith. Back to Harris. Ooh. Looked for the cutting Young and just could not find her there as Lock Haven will get possession. Seems like both teams are really focusing on kind of getting the ball in the paint and playing as aggressive as they can.
Oh, yeah, both not a lot of three-point shots from either team. Only two three-point shots going up in today's game, and that's both by the Vulcans.
And that's going to go out on Young on a little miscue as she kind of dropped the interception on the pass in down low. But yeah, like you said, only 2 threes so far in this game. And Lock Haven actually only has 4 baskets. They're just finding their way to the free throw line, 8 for 10. So half of their points coming from the free throw strike. As Robinson with the little jab step, but she's going to be called for the travel. It seems like she just lost her balance.
Yeah. Kind of stopped and slid her pivot foot just a bit.
Nina Shaw bringing the ball to the court for the Vulcans. Pass to Young, and she's looking down low. She'll find Harris in the middle. Harris with the drive. She puts up, and she gets fouled. That's really Harris's brand of basketball. She plays very aggressive down low. She doesn't shoot many jump shots, even mid-range, or especially not threes. But she's one of the key contributors on this squad. She's averaging 9 and 9. She's actually, if I'm not mistaken, third in all of the PSAC, both East and West, in rebounding, sitting at 8.9 rebounds per game.
Yeah, right now she is the rebounding leader on the Vulcans currently.
She hits 1 of 2 as she continues. She's only 48% free throw shooter on the season, so right at that average, making the 1 of 2. As Robinson gets the little handoff and passes it to Jordan at the top of the key. Jordan on the drive. No good. Goes for the rebound. Little fight for the ball is starting to get a little scruffly out here. And the Vulcans are going to retain possession. Sub here for the Eagles as Fitzmorris checks in for Abby Jacoby. It seems like the Bald Eagles are going to pick up the aggression a little bit on defense as Taylor Lighty picks up Nina at half court. Nina with the pass to Young. Down low to Terrell, and it gets poked out. Great defense there by Robinson. And great defense there by Nina Shaw back as she pokes it out, gets it to Young. Stop and pop from a foot away, and it falls. Vulcans up 5. Taylor Lighty with the ball. Pass over to Jordan. She's looking down low for Robinson. Nothing there. Pass to Fitzmorris. Robinson on the post, high post. She's going to go with the short jumper, and she gets fouled there by Alicia Harris.
Lock Haven right now just continuing to get to the foul line. Already shooting, as you were talking about earlier, 10 free throws so far in this game alone.
Yeah, they're really showing that they're playing aggressive on the offensive side of the ball as Iona Williams checks into the game for Harris, who I may have just picked up her second foul of the game as well, as Robinson knocks down one. Alana Robinson actually started all 28 games that she played last year as a freshman, averaging 11 points and 7 rebounds in her first year of college basketball, and continuing to do so this year. She is at 14 points, 7 rebounds, and she has 16 total blocks on the year. She nails both there and cuts the lead down to 3. Nina Shaw at the top. Pass over to Smith. She's looking down low, and she's going to get it to the middle where Deja Terrell just kind of couldn't hold on to the ball, and Jordan takes it the rest of the way for 2. A little bit of a miscommunication there by the Vulcans. Leads to 2 points by the Bald Eagles. Nina Shaw trying to orchestrate the offense a little bit. The up and under, and just not enough on it as Jordan comes up with the rebound, and she's going to go all the way. No good as she had a little bit too much sauce on that one. Jordan Smith bringing it down. Nina Shaw back out to Iona Williams. Long 2. She hits. The rarity of long jump shots by Iona Williams here tonight.
Yeah. Williams she's now shooting 4 or 5 tonight.
Jordan at the top of the key. Pass over to Fitzmorris. Down low. No good. And up and in for Ryland Rose. Nina Shaw bringing it back up for the Vulcans. 1 point game. Jordan Smith with it. Pass into Terrell. Terrell getting that separation. I'm going to call. I think that was a kick ball violation. Or
I think they're going to call like a hold down low.
Okay, we got a push there on Carly Fitzmorris of the Lock Haven Bald Eagles. So Alana Robinson checks out for Lock Haven. And Alicia Young also checks out for the Vulcans. For Kamaya Williams. Iona Williams on the drive. Goes up and she gets fouled. She'll go to line for 2.
Iona Williams just continuing to push and drive to the basket as she's been pretty aggressive so far today's game.
Yeah, like you said, she's already 4 for 5 in this game and doing a great job staying aggressive as she knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Between her and Deja Terrell, there's 18 of the 24 points. Make it 19 with that free throw. Lighty bringing the ball up the court for the Bald Eagles. You can tell they really are focusing on getting it into the paint as they are constantly looking down low.
Yeah.
She's going to be out of bounds there by Rylan Rouse, and the Vulcans will take possession. Nina with the pass to Kamaya Williams, freshman to freshman. Iona Williams, and she kind of just telegraphed that pass a little bit too much and leads to a steal by the Bald Eagles. Fitzmaurice orchestrating the offense. Takes it left side. You can tell they're kind of trying to force her to the left. Something the Vulcans have always been taking advantage of with ball handlers. Lighty with the long 2, and it's good. Nina Shaw bringing the ball up for the Vulcans. 1-point game once again as the 2 teams are going back and forth heavily as we're halfway through this second quarter. And they're going to call that off of Iona Williams and Bald Eagles ball. Substitution for Lock Haven as Olivia Smith checks in for Carly Fitzmaurice. And a sub for the Vulcans as Iona Williams checks out for Elisa Young. Lighty bringing the ball up for the Bald Eagles. Pass over to Smith. Smith getting the screen. Pass over in the corner. 4-3, no good. Fesco with the putback. And that gives Lock Haven their first lead of the game.
Man, there's been a couple times now where the Vulcans have just given up points on a second chance rebound. If any teams wants to do well, it's definitely limit second chance points off of a rebound.
Great move there by freshman Kamaya Williams as she helps the Vulcans bounce back from giving up the lead for the first time in the game to retain it once again. Jordan on the drive. No good and tipped out by Terrell. Shaw recovering and she's pushing it as it gets tipped out. And Young in the right place at the right time finds Smith underneath 4-2. Lighty with the ball for Lock Haven. Gets the screen, but doesn't do much with it. Pass down low to Rouse, and it's good.
Man, that mismatch has just happened one too many times at this point in the game. Just too much of a height difference for Shaw to really do much. And right now, the Vulcans, to me, should just be going under all screens instead of deciding to switch.
Nina Shaw with the long 2 there, and kind of bouncing off your point, I think we're going to see a little bit more of Kamaya Williams tonight for the Vulcans, number 11 out there. They're just kind of looking for any kind of height. This Lock Haven team definitely got some giants down there that are able to bang around, get some bodies, and I'm sure their rebounding game is top notch. As Jordan on the drive down the middle, beautiful spin move and a foul by Kamaya Williams. A little bit of frustration there coming out of both Kamaya and Deja Terrell. We have some substitutions, oh no, I'm sorry, this is the media timeout of the second quarter. Anything that's really stuck out off the page tonight there, Braxton?
Man, it's just, I guess, the aggressiveness inside of this Lock Haven. They continue to just go to the basket almost at will. And I know they've hit a couple jump shots, but when you keep them to that, I guess it's really basically what you want. Right now, both teams not really going to the three-point line, but Lock Haven only shooting one. But I'd say at this point, you just protect the paint at all costs. They've given up a couple extra chance points just from offensive rebounds. Just protect inside as much as you possibly can, especially with this team. Their tendencies just tend to bring everyone to the paint at this point. Sag off just a bit. Go under screens, especially with the height mismatch. Just stay on your current person you're defending. Box out at least as much as you can with this team. But that's pretty much all I have at this point.
Yeah, definitely easier said than done, as this is one of the better rebounding teams in all of the PSAC, and that the Vulcans will play this year. And in a way, the Vulcans are almost playing Lock Haven's game with them, because they are kind of committing to finding the best shot they can and not settling, as we're seeing them only shoot, like you said, 2 threes on the night as well, and they're more used to it than Lock Haven is. So it's interesting to see for sure.
No. I guess one player to definitely watch for Lock Haven is Jenadea Jordan. She's just been going to almost driving and scoring almost at will. Right now, 8 points on the night.
Yeah, she was very well thought of coming into the program, as she was a District 3 champion at Linden Hall High School, scoring over 1,000 points there. She has yet to score under 10 in the game this season. She does miss the free throw there. But just to show her consistency, she's averaging 15 on the year, has yet to score under 10, season high of 21. So, yeah, Jordan definitely somebody to watch out for. It's a pass from Deja Terrell down low to Jordan Smith. She's going to look for it, and off the back rim, no good. And a foul on Smith as she goes for the ball, maybe slightly out of frustration there, as she couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Yeah, those are the types of fouls that you always hate to pick up and just aren't needed in a closer game like this. Especially at this point, you want all your starters to stay on the floor as much as possible.
For as many free throws as Lock Haven has taken in this game, Vulcan's not really in too much of foul trouble quite yet, as it goes out of bounds there. Olivia Smith with the great effort, but not able to save it. But yeah, like we said, a lot of free throws shot in this game for Lock Haven, 14 so far. But I believe only 8 or 9 fouls for the Vulcans throughout this game, so most of the fouls being shooting fouls definitely has something to do with the free throws. Maya Williams, the pass over to Nina Shaw. Some screens down low going on, the feed inside, and just nobody there.
Yeah. Right now, just both teams, I guess, have had those silly turnovers. Just kind of unforced errors is just something you just don't want. Maybe if it's forced, defense forces, that might be one thing, but
that's exactly as there's an illegal screen there on Deja Terrell, or on Evans. On the passing Deja Terrell. I'm sorry, that was 12, Alana Robinson. But, yeah, I mean, on your point, we talked about that yesterday a little bit, how the Vulcans early on were turning the ball over a lot, and it was frustrating to see because a lot of it was mental errors and miscues and miscommunications, and not necessarily a great defensive performance from Shippensburg. But it's kind of what we're seeing tonight from Lock Haven as Kamaya Williams drives in, pass to Deja Terrell with a step back. Man, is she feeling it or what? She gives a little MJ shrug coming back down the court and gives the Vulcans a 5-point lead, and she's in double figures already. Jenadea Jordan, the pass over to Leidy. Leidy for 3, a very rare 3 for Lock Haven, as Nina Shaw comes up with the board and she's bringing it up. Getting a little bit of info from her leader, Deja Terrell there. Pass over to Smith. Back to Young. And it's going to be a travel. She kind of got her feet moving too quick.
Yep.
And here the fan favorite Jordan Smith's dad behind us, kind of giving some words of wisdom, as he's telling them to kind of settle it down and, play their game. Jenadea Jordan on the drive, and that's going to be an offensive foul. She kind of extended the arm there on Nina Shaw.
Yeah, with how aggressive Jordan is to go into the basket, I guess that was almost bound to happen at this point. Vulcan's now starting to play just a little bit smarter, as all of the Lock Haven players are just wanting to go to the basket not really making much of a move, just going straight to the basket if they can.
Nina Shaw with the deep three. No good there. And Nina Shaw, who's caught fire the last few games from three, not able to find anything there, is Jenna Dea Jordan running the transition great as she finishes the 2 points on a great feed by Olivia Smith. Jordan Smith with the ball, pass to Williams. Williams to Terrell. Terrell wide open, but leaves it short. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. And it'll go the other way. Under 30 seconds to go here in this first half. Vulcans holding a 33-30 lead. 3 fouls for the Vulcans, 5 for the Bald Eagles. So the Vulcans will be in bonus if any fouls do occur, but shot clock turned off here. So Lock Haven seems to want to hold for 1 shot. Leidy with the ball, getting the screen from Evans. Nina Shaw ready for it, goes over top. Leidy to Robinson. Robinson on the step back, nothing there. Pass to Jordan, inside, no good. Rebound by Young. 2 seconds left, she's going to get a half-court heave-in. It's no good, great try. So we're going into halftime with the score 33-30 in favor of the Vulcans. And we'll be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Convocation Center here in beautiful California as we're getting ready for the second half between the Vulcans and the Bald Eagles. Vulcans leading 33-30. Braxton, you want to take us through some of the halftime stats?
Yep, looking at the stats so far, Lock Haven has already shot 14 foul shots. Right now, going 10 of 14 from the charity strike, 71.4%. Vulcans only shooting 6, going 4-6, 66.7. Right now, that just tells you how much more aggressive Lock Haven has been in this game. And in terms of three-point shots, there hasn't really been a lot. Amongst both teams, we've only seen 5, and only one make, and that is on the Vulcans, I believe, was Deja Terrell. And Terrell, speaking of Terrell, going 5 of 10 from the field and 1 of 2 from 3 points. So far, it's been quite a few contributors, and going on to Lock Haven, Jenadea Jordan has just been lights out, or just been so aggressive offensively right now, leading their team in that category alone. Let's see how many points that is. Where's Jenadea Jordan? Right now, 10 points on the night. And one thing I said, I'd like to point out what you were talking about earlier, is I believe Alana Robinson had in that game yesterday, Lock Haven had against Seton Hill, had 22 points, shooting 4 of 9 from the field in 31 minutes. Has not had a single shot attempt in today's game, with 13 minutes being played. To be honest, it's quite surprising to me as well. You would think the number, so that game she had last night, you'd think she would keep that momentum or keep that confidence or at least aggressiveness, but I guess we just haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those points last night in her game, like you said, she was 9 of 14, only shooting 4 or 5 from the line, so it's not like she wasn't seeing the looks. She was definitely getting her fair share of shots up, but tonight just nowhere to be found. I believe she was fouled on one shot attempt and ended up hitting both the free throws, but other than that, been held pretty silent here in this first half. Definitely interesting. I was definitely looking at her coming into the game thinking that she was going to kind of be the game wrecker, and I mean, still a lot of basketball to be played, but so far Vulcans have done a great job containing her. As the 5 on the floor for the Bald Eagles to start will be Jenadea Jordan, Olivia Smith, Taylor Lighty, Madeline Evans, and Alana Robinson. The 5 for the Vulcans. We have Alicia Harris, Alyssa Young, Jordan Smith, Deja Terrell, and Nina Shaw. And we are back in action as Shaw has the ball for the Vulcans. Nina Shaw, whole side of the floor to herself. She finds Young down low. The spin, the jumper, no good. It's going to be tipped out, and they're going to say it went off of Deja Terrell. It kind of seemed, could have went either way with that call, but, and exactly, there it is. They're going to call it back and say the Vulcans were not the last to touch it, as the ref from behind kind of had a better angle.
I believe this will going to adjust the clock again, too.
Another shot clock. Yep. Miscommunication. Deja Terrell with the ball in the post. Out to Jordan Smith, and she'll give it to Nina Shaw, who will set up the offense with 15 on the shot clock. I'll get moving. Harris with the ball at the top of the key. Takes a rare jump shot from the high post, no good. Rebounds by Evans, and Jordan bringing it up for the Eagles. Jordan with the aggressive drive just continues to go to that right side. No good, but rebound by Robinson. The pass to Smith. Smith up for 2, no good, and Deja Terrell with the rebound. Nina Shaw finds Deja Terrell outside, 4-3. Second make of the day for the game, and both coming by Deja Terrell. When a key contributor like Deja Terrell is able to extend her game and push it out to the three-point line, it really just changes the dynamic of this Vulcans offense. As Robinson with her first basket, she might have heard us talking about her during halftime, as she gets on the board, 4-2.
As we were talking about Robinson, I'm honestly surprised at just like the lack of shots that she's had to throw up, because and this team, Lock Haven team, there's only two of them, two players that have shot 100 shots, and that is Jenadea Jordan and Alana Robinson. So kind of seeing her just being quiet offensively and just in terms of attempts is just awfully surprising.
Like you said, 100 shots over the course of 9 games. You're looking at about 10 or 11 shots per game, and that's only her first true field goal attempt in the stat book. So we'll see if she continues that aggression throughout this half. Jordan Smith and Evans get kind of tied up underneath. And the call is going to go against Jordan Smith. As her second, as her, Alicia Harris, Ayanna Williams, and Sierra Bermudez all with 2 fouls. Robinson looking to stay aggressive, misses the mid-range jumper, and Harris with the rebound.
Great box out. I'm not sure if you saw that, but a great box out by Nina Shaw just to let that ball fall to the floor.
Nina Shaw has a bigger heart that allows her to kind of seem a little bit bigger herself, as she's always able to. We saw her earlier kind of shut down Evans on a drive, who has much height advantage on her, and right there, like you said, her being able to get physical and box out really helps the Vulcans out. Pass down low to Harris. Kind of just at a tough angle, no good. Leidy bringing it up. Robinson looking. Finds Evans underneath, and then back out to Leidy. Mid-range jumper, no good, but Jordan right there, and just kind of forced it to Evans, and miscommunication. Vulcans coming back with a 4-point lead. 7 minutes to go here in the third. Nina Shaw getting the double screen from Harrison Terrell. Pump fake, gives it to Harrison. Just, once again, not the most accurate of passes, and it's going to stay on this side as it was knocked out by Jordan.
Vulcans in that position, catching a break, picking up another turnover.
Deja Terrell in the post, looking to stay aggressive. Off the backboard, no good. And that's going to go off of Terrell. And the Eagles ball. We're going to get a timeout here as Evans needs to tie her shoes. And Lock Haven looking to make this a one-possession game once again, as they've never really been too far out of it. The biggest lead of this game was 9-2 in favor of the Vulcans, and since then it's been quite the back-and-forth matchup. Leidy at the top. Just kind of taking the reins as point guard in this game. Olivia Smith back to Jordan. Back to Leidy. Leidy looking down low for Robinson. Finds her. Mid-range jumper is good. Nina with the pass up to Jordan Smith. Smith with the crossover and the drive. Gets fouled. They're going to call it. And it is a shooting foul. I thought at first he was calling it on the floor, but Jordan Smith will go to line for 2. 72% free throw shooter on the year, Jordan Smith. She knocks down the first. This team collectively not one of the better free throw shooting teams in the PSAC, but they hold their own for sure, and they were able to make a couple clutch free throws yesterday that helped propel them to quite the victory, as we have a 4-player substitution coming in for the Bald Eagles. Carly Fitzmaurice, Brooke Lawyer, Jackie Fesco, and Rylan Rose all coming in the game, and the only player staying on out of the starting lineup is Jenadea Jordan, I'm sorry. Fitzmaurice with the drive, pass out to Fesco. They're going to call foul on the pass inside to Jordan. And that'll be Harris's third.
And it just seems like the Vulcans have just been in foul trouble from the get-go.
Like we said earlier, this Lock Haven strategy of kind of driving into the paint and staying aggressive is paying off, as more and more Vulcans are accumulating more and more fouls, and we'll have to see if that affects the lineup as we go throughout this game. Jordan with the drive. What a move. She finds it off the glass.
Man, that's a tough shot.
And Jordan all night's been very aggressive. I believe that was her 13th shot attempt at the night and double anybody else on the team. So Deja Terrell kind of runs into some bodies and loses the ball. Was able to get it back, luckily, though. A little spin and win off the board, and they're going to call it the other way. And that's on Jordan Smith. That's her third as well. So now Harris and Smith with 3. Iona Williams and Bermudez with 2. We'll have to see how this shapes out the rest of this game for the Vulcans.
Yeah, from this point on, both teams are going to have to play a little bit better. Not better, but let's say a little bit more lax, and can't be as aggressive, at least not as much to take them out of the game.
Fitzmaurice on the pump fake and the drive over Deja Terrell. That is a tough shot for a small guard.
Yeah, kind of falling back, too. Just somehow found her footing, was able to finish over the top of Terrell.
I can't say there are many players in the PSAC that would feel comfortable driving at Deja Terrell. Yeah. Right there, Fitzmaurice making the most of it. As Nina Shaw's shot is blocked by Jenadea Jordan. Sierra Bermudez checking in for the Vulcans. As Jordan Smith will get a break. Bermudez only 2 minutes in this game, picked up 2 quick fouls. She's been held scoreless so far. We'll have to see if she can get on the board. Deja Terrell underneath, and she's going to stay aggressive with the post hook.
Yeah, that is a much-needed basket for the Vulcans. Momentum definitely shifted in the way of Lockhaven.
That's going to be an offensive foul there on Robinson as Nina Shaw kind of sold the call there, but it sure worked out in her favor as Vulcans gain possession. And that'll take us into the media timeout as California holds a 2-point lead over Lockhaven, but the story really of the start of the second half is the foul trouble that the Vulcans might be dealing with the rest of this game.
Yeah. So they've just picked up foul after foul after foul so far. I mean, with this play style, like, as you mentioned, of Lockhaven, this is almost bound to happen, but I'd say with like their aggressiveness, as we were talking about, defensively, that's also going to happen. So those two are, I guess, just basically almost like the perfect storm for the Vulcans. So it's almost bound to happen, but with the foul trouble that they have and let's say the contributors that are in foul trouble, at this point, you basically just if you want to leave them in, they basically just have to play. Just a step back, maybe just rather play straight up on defense instead of jumping for stuff. Take it easy, slow down maybe just a bit on offense to not pick up a silly offensive foul or whatnot. But I say definitely you have to play a little bit smarter and a little bit more reserved at this point in the game.
Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen so far in this game, I don't think there's any signs that the Lockhaven and Bald Eagles are going to slow down or lower their physicality as they've kind of just hung their hat on the ability to get into the paint and finish. Draw fouls, as we've kind of been alluding to. It's the 5 on the floor for Lockhaven. We have Ryland Rouse. We have Abby Jacoby, Fresco, Alana Robinson, and Carly Fitzmaurice. For the Vulcans, Iona Williams, Nina Shaw, Alyssa Young, Sierra Bermudez, and Deja Terrell. Nina Shaw with the ball. Hovering over by our bench. Looking for the pass down low. Not the best angle there by Young, but the rebound by Deja Terrell. She's up to 18 points on the night. Definitely staying aggressive as she's shot 15 times. It's more than double anybody else on her team as her and Jordan are kind of stealing the show here, and Robinson keeping up with that same aggression that she came out of the second half with.
Yeah. She's saying she must have heard us talk about her lack of shot attempts, but it was a nice little step through, a little spin. That foul going on Young. And it's only her first, surprising. I thought most of the starters were at least had a foul at this point.
That's something that's interesting about this Vulcans team is they've done a really good job of being able to neutralize key players on certain other teams, and being this Vulcans team, not having anybody in the top 25 in scoring on their team individually but all around just being able to score their 8, 9, 10 points per game has really shown a lot, and their defense on the greater players like Robinson. Great move there by Williams.
Really nice little step through, got Robinson in the air, got her to bite, and nice way to keep her foot down too.
Iona Williams has brought that spark that this Vulcans team has needed this year. It's her first year out of transfer, and she's fitting in quite well with this Vulcan squad. Fitzmaurice passing it in for Lockhaven. Gives it to Robinson, who seems to be wanting to stay on the aggressive side. Looks for a shot, nothing there. Back to Fitzmaurice. Throws up the left-handed. No good, and the rebound by Bermudez. Williams over to Shaw. Sets the screen, and Shaw's going to set up the offense. I think it's something Shaw does a great job of, is kind of calming this team down and allowing them to realize that they have time. They can calm down and really just play their brand of basketball. As a miss there by Deja Terrell, and Robinson comes the other way on a 2-on-1, and she finishes the lay-in. What a move.
Robinson now 3 of 4 from the floor at 10 points. just like that from the start of this third, all that scoring being done in the third quarter.
Anna Williams, little pump fake there. Kind of drives into two people, makes it a little bit of a difficult position there, but nonetheless, here comes Lockhaven. Abby Jacoby on the drive. Pass to Robinson. Robinson over to Fesco. Up top to Fitzmaurice, back to Jacoby. Fesco with the height advantage. Might look to get down low, but instead gives it to Jacoby for 3, and that is the Bald Eagles' first 3 of the night, and that's going to give them the lead. Vulcans not in an unfamiliar position, as they have played in their fair share of close games this year. Able to come out on top most of the time, as they're 8-1. Their only loss coming earlier in the season, as they're winners of 4 straight, and a travel there by Young. It's definitely one of the stories coming into this game was the winning streaks of both of these teams coming in, as the Vulcans, like I said, winners of 4 straight, and the Bald Eagles actually winners of their last 8 after losing the season opener to Fairmont State. Fitzmaurice, pass up to Fetzko. Over to Jacoby. Jacoby back to Robinson. Robinson with the fadeaway, and she's going to draw contact on Iona Williams, and that's going to be Williams' 3rd.
Yeah. It just seems like every single time Robinson has gone to the basket, she's drawn a foul. Not even that the fact that she's looking for it, it's just, or at least looking to draw the contact, but she's just been hammered a couple times.
As Alicia Harris checks in for Iona Williams after she picks up her 3rd. And Olivia Smith checks in for the Lockhaven Bald Eagles for Jackie Fetzko. First free throw by Robinson, no good. Deja Terrell going to switch out with Alicia Young underneath. Robinson hits the 2nd, and that gives Lockhaven a 2-point lead. Just under 2 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. Lockhaven coming into this half only leading for a total of 15 seconds. Now holding almost double or tripling that. They've gone a few possessions with the lead. Shot by Harris is no good, and Lockhaven's coming the other way. Fitzmaurice looking to run the transition, but nothing's there. Gives it to Robinson, who just seemed to touch the ball every time this half now. Olivia Smith with it. Back to Fitzmaurice. Over to Jacoby. Back up to Fitzmaurice. Jacoby down low. Ooh. Pass to it. And the foul there, as Rylan Rose will go to the line.
That was originally good catch by Rylan Rose to even corral that. Terrell, a good block at first, but I guess at that point when you just have that position, you almost just have to let it go instead of just picking up the foul. I guess if she had one to burn, it really wouldn't have mattered, but at this point in the game, you really want all your starters to stay in as long as they possibly can. I guess Terrell does have one to burn, as that's only her 2nd.
Have to wonder how much the lineup will be adjusted throughout this game as we have 3 Vulcans sitting at 3 fouls, and I believe 2 sitting at 2 fouls. Bermudez, Deja Terrell, 4-3. No good. She was looking for her 3rd 3 of the night, and I believe that would have been her season high. As Fitzmaurice brings it up for Lock Haven as they hold a 3-point lead, their biggest lead of the night. And they're looking to extend it. Gets the screen. Finds Robinson. Robinson on the drive. Pivoting over to Fitzmaurice. Pump fake. Bodies flying all around on defense for the Vulcans. Nina Shaw with the great play as she passed it out to Young, who draws the reach-in foul on Olivia Smith. The Vulcans will regain possession.
And that was altogether just a great defensive possession there by the Vulcans, able to cover and close out just quick enough and throw out without giving up an outside shot or the paint. But you hope they can keep that defensive pressure up all night.
Alana Robinson and Rylan Rouse checking out for Jackie Fesco and Madeline Evans for the Bald Eagles. 20 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. Cal down 3. Nina Shaw with the ball. Sierra Bermudez came off open in the corner and was not seen. But I'm sure they're waiting to hold it for the last shot. 8 seconds left. The drive by Nina. What a beautiful take. They're going to get a clean look here by Fesco, but no good. It's the end of the 3rd quarter. Lock Haven holding a 1-point lead. As we'll be right back here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Come on out to the Convocation Center and support men's and women's basketball for the 2023-2024 season. The Vulcans are looking to put the PSAC on notice this year after both teams are picked towards the top of the preseason conference rankings. There will be 13 men's games and 16 women's games at home. Follow calvulcans.com for any update. All games will be live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Come out. Our team's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of good players. I think we play the game the right way, very up-tempo. I think we're going to be able to score some points. I think our defense is going to be great. Our guys have great energy.
Come to our games. I think once you get here, you'll really like what you see. I think it's exciting. These players put in a ton of time, a ton of effort to put out a good product on the floor. And like I said, I think it's super exciting, and you'll really want to come back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Convocation Center as we are set for the 4th quarter here of what has been a pretty exciting and back-and-forth game between the Lock Haven Bald Eagles and the California Vulcans as the Eagles have their first kind of consistent lead of the game as they are up 47-46 over the Vulcans. I was also told during the halftime break, now that I'm thinking about it, that if anybody's confused as to why the Vulcans are wearing their black uniforms tonight, Lock Haven is on a bit of a road trip, and after wearing their away uniforms last night, it is there's always that issue of finding the right laundromat. So the Vulcans kind of get to rep their away uniforms at home tonight as Lock Haven with the ball to start the 4th quarter. Drive by Jordan, and she's going to travel. Pretty obvious call there, but just trying to make the best out of a bad situation. So far, the story of this game for the Vulcans, Deja Terrell with 18 points and 7 rebounds on 17 shots. I believe that might be her most shot attempts on the season. It's always a good thing to see. Somebody coming off injury is Alicia Young gets fouled on the drive-in, and it's going to stay on this side. It's going to be Madeline Evans 3rd, and we talk about the Vulcans and some foul trouble. Bald Eagles have some players with 2 fouls as well, just nobody. It's the first player in 3 fouls as Madeline picks up her 3rd. Nina Shaw setting up the offense. To Bermudez. Bermudez over to Young. Back to Shaw. Step back, gets blocked by Jordan. What a play. Tried to bounce it off of her, but regardless, gets it to Robinson, who's going to stop, look to pop, throws it off her teammate and out of bounds. Nina Shaw covered by covered by Leader. Deja Terrell, top of the key. Pass over to Bermudez. Doesn't take the screen. Down low to Harris. Harris gets in there. The offensive rebound by Deja Terrell. And the putback. That puts her at 20 points on the night.
Terrell just all over the place tonight, doing it all, scoring, rebounding. Great rebound and able to put it back up through a tough shot.
Combination of Deja Terrell and Alicia Harris is a great 1-2 punch down low as they thrive on their rebounding and especially on the offensive side when they're able to create second chances for their team. I actually saw earlier coming into the game, Alicia Harris, 80 rebounds on the season and 39 of them being offensive. When you're able to grab over almost half of your rebounds on the offensive side of the ball, definitely get your team some extra opportunities. As Jordan with a great pass to Evans, kind of just knocks some bodies down, misses the lay-in, but Olivia Smith there to clean it up. Back and forth game as teams are switching leads back and forth. Lock Haven with a 1-point lead currently. Deep three by Bermudez. No good. That was her first shot attempt of the night. Jordan at the top of the key, covered by Young. Getting the screen from Madeline Evans. Goes back to the right. What a great move. Just reading of the floor and finds the open lane.
Yeah, just all no one was in almost part of the Red Sea. Just left it wide open.
Nina Shaw, the top of the key. Young pass to Harris. Back over to Shaw. Down low to Young. She gets fouled on the drive. AC Young will shoot 2. After a pretty good game last night, Young being held just 4 points tonight on 2 of 5 shooting. This will be her first trip to the free throw line. Jordan Smith checking in the game for Bermudez. Alicia Harris getting checked on over there. Oddly enough, I believe she was the player that needed medical attention because of a slight cut last night as well. So, you know, she's doing the best she can to stay physical down low. A couple subs getting ready to come in for the Bald Eagles as well. And that is Jackie Fetzko, Ryland Rose, and Carly Fitzmaurice coming in for Lighty, Alana Robinson, and Madeline Evans. Seems like Alyssa Harris has a little bit of a nosebleed there, but nothing a little tissue can't help with. Is Young's first free throw off the back rim and no good. Cal facing their biggest deficit of the evening. I know it's only 3, but Lisa Harris is able to cut that down to 2. Carly Fitzmaurice bringing the ball up the floor, covered by Nina Shaw. 2 players at the high post, Jordan running off of them. Gets the screen, fakes the pass. Over to Smith. Smith with the pump fake, back out to Jordan. Her first 3 of the night is good. What a bucket.
Yeah. This Lock Haven, as we said earlier, just not favor, doesn't seem to really favor that 3-point line as much, but hit a couple, especially in this crucial time in the game.
What a take by Deja Terrell there as she continues to stay aggressive. Season high 22 points for her so far tonight. The step through, no good. Scrambling for the rebound. Jordan Smith has it, kind of trapped on the baseline. And they got a timeout. Coach Jeff Strom screaming for it over there for her life. As the Vulcans down 3 here with just over 6.5 minutes to play. And like you said, this Lock Haven team doesn't favor the 3, but it seems that they're not afraid to take it when it's given to them. And, I mean, they've made some pretty – her and Jacoby, I believe, with the only 2 threes of the night, and they were both pretty important. As on the night, they are only 1 for 4 or 2 for 4 from the night. I mean, when you can shoot 50%, we talked about how they were at the bottom of the PSAC and shot attempts, but I think they're like 3rd or 4th in percentages. So when it comes to taking advantage of the situation, they do a pretty good job of it.
That's for sure. So they are like top 3. I mean, given their small number of shots, I mean, it's not the smallest. It is one of the smallest, but 34%, which is top 3 in the PSAC altogether. It's going 34 of, at least previously, 34 of 98. I'm trying to think. Only team that shot less than they have is Millersville with 97, and they're shooting 24% for 3. So they will shoot it if given to them, just not their first look.
It's always interesting when you see teams like that kind of, I don't know if you want to say behind the pace, but the game of basketball is just changing so much, and so much relies on the art form of shooting that when you see teams like this that can play physical and still come out on top in a lot of their games, it's pretty impressive as they have a 3-point lead right now. Nina Shaw with the handoff to Jordan Smith. To the middle, Deja Terrell leads all scorers with 22. And that goes off her knee between Madeline's legs. Or Fesco's legs, I'm sorry. And apparently off the Vulcans. Bald Eagles take possession. It's interesting how this Lock Haven team also goes with kind of 2 sets of players, keeping Jordan out there for the majority of the time. As the bucket there by Rouse is good. And this is their biggest lead of the night. I know I've said that twice now, but 5-point lead for Lock Haven, and settling for a 3 there is Deja Terrell. Can't find the bottom of the net. Harris with the fadeaway, no good. I believe they're calling the foul on Deja Terrell on a push underneath. That'll be her 3rd. Team's first. Oh, I'm sorry, that was on Alicia Harris. That's her 4th. Definitely a surprising call there. It seemed like the contact came from Deja Terrell, but they're going to give Harris her 4th foul of the night, and it's definitely going to be something to watch out for. Fesco with a great pass down low to Rouse, and Rouse is just finding positions and finding ways to get open. She misses the lay-in, though, and Terrell with the rebound. Jordan Smith. Been somewhat quiet tonight. Up and under is good. Jordan Smith cuts the Eagles' lead down to 3. Pass to Rouse. Rouse is letting herself be known as she's taking it to the basket, and Deja Terrell with yet another rebound. Jordan Smith in the corner, backing down the smaller Fitzmaurice. A little push there by Rouse, and it's going to stay on this side. Deja Terrell 1 rebound away from securing her 2nd straight double-double in as many days. But she is going to check out now for Iona Williams to get that much-needed rest before the final push here. Just over 5 minutes to play here in this game. California down 3 after holding the lead for a large majority of this game. Fighting from behind. Nina Shaw with a beautiful move off the backboard. No good. Shot clock does not reset. Harris puts it back up and gets the foul. And back to the point I made a minute ago. Alicia Harris grabbing the offensive rebound, what she does best. 39 of her 80 rebounds coming into this game, coming from the offensive side of the ball, leading all of the PSAC in offensive rebounding. And creates a little opportunity to cut this lead down to 1. Quite a surprising game, if I do say so myself. I will say both teams coming into this game 8-1. We were expecting a good contest, but the fact that Cal held the lead for what was almost, I believe it was 95% of the game coming into the 4th quarter. Now this whole 4th quarter kind of fighting from behind.
Yeah. No, there can always be a shift in momentum. As one thing I found earlier that Lock Haven tends to do most of their scoring in the 4th quarter alone. I believe it's between the first quarter and the 4th quarter. Yep. So far they scored 162 points in their first quarter and 183 in their 4th quarter. So it basically tells you they basically almost coast a little bit in the middle of the game, but I say knowing that, you just probably want to try to do as much as you can to shut them down offensively, I guess, if you can. Now we're starting to see more and more of their players really start to touch the ball a little bit more. Rouse putting up a few more shots, getting a little bit more involved on the offensive end, using her strength to her advantage, and it has been working for him.
Yeah, this team, California, really needs to kind of jump on their train here and get going, as this team is a great free throw shooting team, so you hate to find yourself down in the last couple minutes to a great free throw shooting team.
Yep.
As we talked about yesterday, as Harris hits the first of 2. Harris with only 3 points on the night after a pretty good game yesterday. She's going to miss the second, and the rebound goes to Jacoby of Lock Haven. And they're coming down the floor with a 2-point lead. Fitzmaurice getting the screen from Robinson. Hand off to Olivia Smith. Smith over to Robinson. Just came off the bench. Good deflection there by Nina Shaw, who caught a body on the way through and seems to be a little bit shaken up, as her and Fitzmaurice seem to have kind of run into each other.
I do believe I don't know what happened. I think they gave her the timeout first. Lock Haven the timeout. Yep.
And good to see Nina Shaw get up with her own willpower and make her way over to the bench. Hope that everything is okay. I don't even believe, we talked about earlier how she leads all of the PSAC in minutes played, and I'm not sure she's gotten a break at all tonight either.
Yeah, Shaw 36 minutes so far played in tonight's game, so just a little bit shy of a full game played for her.
And 36 minutes, honestly, so far, with 4 minutes left to play. I'm sure she'll be in for every minute, so she's looking at a 40-minute performance. Not her first on the season, as she's done this, I believe, 2 other times prior. She doesn't get much of a break, and I'm sure she doesn't mind it being a freshman and getting as many opportunities as she can. Fitzmaurice with the inbound here for the Lock Haven Eagles, and it's stolen there. Looked like by Ayanna Williams and picked up by Nina Shaw. Shaw out to Williams. And they're going to slow it down. Nina Shaw works straight in the offense once again. Something she does best. Jess Strom looking on from the sideline. Alicia Harris over to Ayanna Williams. Ayanna Williams with the drive. Good positioning. Looking for contact. Couldn't get it. Rebound Lock Haven, and here comes Abby Jacoby. Under 4 minutes to play. Lock Haven with a 2-point lead. Jordan with the drive and the late whistle, as it seems like Jordan will go to the line for 2.
And right now, the Falcons should just be doing everything in their power just to keep the ball out of Jordan's hands. Right now, she's been she's the top scorer for Lock Haven with 17 on the night.
That is Alicia Harris's 5th and final foul. She will find her way to the bench. As I don't know if there's maybe a miscommunication among the refs, but it went in the books as a 5th foul for her. So Alicia Young standing up, and she'll take her place. Harris ends the night 0 for 5 from the floor. 3 points, 5 rebounds, 3 of them being offensive, a block and a steal in 21 minutes. First free throw for Jordan. No good, in and out. It's a big hit for the Vulcans as their leading rebounder, and the leading rebounder in the PSAC, one of the leading rebounders in the PSAC, finds her way out of the game. Two rare misses from Jordan, and the Vulcans coming back. Nina Shaw. It's Jordan Smith back to Shaw. Shaw down low to Young, who just checked in the game for Harris. It's going to be tipped out off of Lock Haven. Deja Terrell once again. 24 points on 21 shots for Deja Terrell. It's nice to see her getting back into form. 24 and 11, her second straight double-double after last night as well, having 16 and 13. Robinson with the handoff to Jordan. Some kind of whistle blown in the back there. Not exactly sure what happened.
I believe that's going to be on against Smith.
And that it is. Jordan Smith picks up her 4th foul, and now she is on the ropes. Passing to Robinson, and she just positions herself beautifully for the easy bucket to give them the lead once again. Robinson picking up the pace here in the second half and giving the Vulcans every last bit of their effort. Asia Terrell looking to stay aggressive, finds Young. Down low, gets blocked. Jordan coming down, look how fast she is. Just rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound by Rouse. Rouse puts it back up and she gets fouled. Like you said, Rouse really making herself known here in the second half. She's starting to get some shots up and grabbing some crucial rebounds. She's up to 7 points and 7 rebounds in 21 minutes. She looks to add on to that point total here at the line. Talked about prior to the game how this team has 3 different individuals who all average over 7 rebounds a game. With Rouse, Madeline Evans, and Alana Robinson. Tonight they're really showing their most together effort. Is Evans with 5 rebounds, Robinson with 5, and Rouse with 7. Rouse with that high arcing free throw. Finds the net both times and extends their lead to 4. Madeline Evans will check in for Rouse, and a timeout by Coach Jeff Strom. Going into the last 150 seconds of this game, what do you think that huddle sounds like right now?
Right now, she's probably just telling them to, slow it down on the offensive end and tell them just to, once they just sit down and guard as many, because a couple silly fouls picked up, especially limit second chance points because that bucket rebound there by Rouse was pretty big. Of course, you're in a better spot if you limit any shot attempts, and extra shot attempts often means extra baskets. But right now, you just have to tell them to limit, just get on the boards as much as you possibly can, whether it be offensively or defensively.
I'm sure they're taking the words of Coach Strom to heart and going to bring their best effort out here in these last 2.5 minutes. As they're down 4 and coming off a 4-game winning streak. This is not a game they want to drop, even with it being out of conference. They want to be able to show that they are not just good in the PSAC West, but also throughout the whole PSAC. Great move there by Young. The left hand is good.
Nice little shifty move by Young. Kind of caught Jordan off guard as they've done that play so much at that point. But a great move and finish.
Young now up to 7 points on the night. Olivia Smith on the drive, the spin. Oh, that has to be a travel, and it is. Nope. Olivia Smith loses her balance a little bit, falls victim to the travel. The Vulcans have a chance to tie it up or take the lead. Nina Shaw. Somewhat of a quiet night tonight, 2 for 9 from the floor, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Young calling for Nina to come get the ball. Under 10 on the shot clock. Nina's got to make a move here. Pass over to Williams. Deep 3. No good. Rebound. And that might have went off Lock Haven. And no, they're gonna say that went off the Vulcans. I didn't have the best angle from where we're at here at the scorers table, but it definitely did seem that it could have went off of a bald eagle there. A lot of white jerseys, not so many black. The refs are going to meet up. Oh, and they're going to call a technical on Deja?
Yeah.
Wow. That is not okay. That's not something you want to see.
No, especially at this time.
I can understand the frustrations of missed calls by referees, but at the same time, this late in the game, this close of a game, you have to be able to have discipline. You have to be able to keep your emotions in check as Lighty connects on the first of 2 technical free throws. And he'll get the ball back, and it's not a great look there for the Vulcans.
No. Especially at this point in the game, so late in the game especially.
I mean, with 30-second shot clocks, you got to think you can be down to maybe 2 or 3 more possessions at most and making it a 4-point game and allowing Lock Haven to retain possession. Not going to put the Vulcans here in an easy position. Jordan Smith picking up the intensity on defense. Lighty with the ball at the top. Gives it to Jordan, the leading scorer on Lock Haven with 17. Little spin. Seemed to have kept her pivot foot and avoided the travel. Moved by Rouse, no good. Rebound by Deja Terrell, a little bit flustered. Jordan Smith had to save it last second, but more white jerseys than there were black jerseys, and Rouse finds a lay-in. Man, and once again, Iona Williams loses the ball and throws it out of bounds. We're just seeing a lack of stability here from the Vulcans as Jess Strom's going to take a timeout. She's frustrated. Just a couple issues with miscommunications and maybe not being able to slow down in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, kind of just a breakdown in that regard. I guess it's kind of a given, but you would just hope your players can stay calm and collected, especially in a time like this. I mean, you do want to push the effort just a bit, but like have to stay in control of yourself. I say as quick as you possibly can while keeping control is what you'd want in a situation like this, and it's just kind of an unfortunate turn of events for the Vulcans.
You got to think they're going to be looking for their key contributor, Deja Terrell, who leads all scorers in this game with 24 points and 12 rebounds. The next closest scorer on the Vulcans is Iona Williams with 12, and then Nina Shaw with 7. So not much to be shown across the board. And on a night where you're struggling to find the bottom of the net, you can't make crucial mistakes like that. You see the men getting ready for their game after this, as this is the second straight doubleheader between these men's and women's program. Yesterday the Vulcans were able to come away with 2 victories against Shippensburg. Tonight the Vulcans take on both the men and women of Lock Haven, and so far the Vulcans looking at 6-point deficit with 50 seconds left. And Lock Haven's ball. I mean, this is a tough position for the Vulcans to be in, I will say that. Full court press, they find Robinson. A great trap by the Vulcans. She picks up her dribble, and that's a travel.
Boy.
Abby Jacoby kind of got ahead of herself and saw the double team coming, and I think that got to her a little bit. She's checking out of the game from Madeline Evans. They're going to try to go with a little bit more height. Rebound so crucial in this part of the game.
Yeah, down 6 with 46 seconds left. You definitely want to get a shot up as quickly as possible.
Bermudez forces a 3. It looks good. No good. In and out. Deja Terrell, big rebound, but Janessa Jordan comes up, and they're going to call a jump ball. That was a quick jump ball call. I thought for a second it might have been a reach, but luckily for the Vulcans, possession arrow is in their favor, so they will retain possession. Nina Shaw on the inbound, and like you said, they want to get a shot off here quick so that they can guarantee another possession without having to foul. Iona Williams goes up, tries to create contact, no good, and it's going to be Lock Haven's ball. In a sense, the point that you made about trying to get a shot off right away is definitely crucial in that sense, because you want to be able to give yourself a guarantee of another possession, but it almost seemed like they were maybe moving a little bit too quick there and didn't get the most efficient shots.
Yeah, I guess that's always one of the biggest things, just playing to your ability. I say it's always really it's easy to get inside your head, especially with score like this, but you still want to just take a deep breath, at least slow down as much as you possibly can, while also playing as aggressive as you can. I guess that's probably one of the hardest things to do, and I guess in any sport is just pulling yourself mentally along with physically.
You got to think the Vulcans are looking at their shooters here. No Sierra Bermudez on the court, so Nina Shaw, the leading 3-point shooter for the Vulcans. Deja Terrell with 2 tonight as well. Nina Shaw actually has 13 threes on the season, and 8 of them coming in the last 2 games. So you have to think that will be their look on offense if they can get the ball back here. As a quick foul, just over 30 seconds to go. Lockhaven's already in the bonus, so they'll be shooting free throws for the rest of the way out. Checks in Bermudez. Makes the most sense, and Talia Gilliard as well, as they're bringing in some shooters for the offensive side of the ball. Jordan Smith and Alicia Young checking out. Their specialty is not necessarily behind the arc. First free throw good by Jordan. 7-point lead with 30 seconds left. Can't say it hasn't been done before, but not a favorable position for the Vulcans.
Yeah.
Second is good. 8-point lead, and we're going to get another timeout. Jess Strom just wants to talk it over and see if there's any opportunities here at all.
Yeah.
I mean, like we said, with the three-point line not being really too much of a friend for either team tonight. Deja Terrell, the only 2 threes for the Vulcans on the evening. Nina Shaw 0 for 2, Bermudez 0 for 2, and Ayanna Williams 0 for 1. Got to wonder where they're going to look in these last couple possessions and see if they can make this a game.
Yeah.
Crucial calls by the referees both ways, and we'll see how it goes. Gilliard, Bermudez, Shaw, Williams, and Terrell out there for the Vulcans. Got to be looking to move quick. Bermudez, wide open 3 in the corner. No good. Ayanna Williams with the rebound, but Jordan rips it away. What a move. Great dribbling there to regain possession, and Lockhaven's going to call a timeout to ensure that they can keep possession. 8-point lead. Lockhaven's ball, 21 seconds left.
Now the Vulcans are definitely, if they want to continue to try at this point in the game, they're definitely going to have to foul pretty quick. And you already have a number of players that are just sitting in foul trouble. So I guess that's what those subs are for, just to burn a couple of fouls if you can.
California looking ahead. Like we said, an 11-day break, and then they travel to Mansfield before coming home for a 3-game home stretch against Westchester, Gannon, and Seton Hill. Looking to extend their winning streak here, but in a tough position. As Lockhaven looks to extend their winning streak to 9. Full court press. Jordan splits it quite easily, and a quick foul. Probably lucky for the Vulcans, honestly. Looking ahead for Lockhaven, they also have that 11-day break, and they will host Slippery Rock at home. Then on January 3rd, they will travel to Clarion. And then that 6th, they are home again against Westchester. So they will pick up more of their PSAC East schedule. And the Vulcans will kind of switch their PSAC West schedule as out-of-conference play wraps up here early in the season. Bermudez and Gilliard getting ready to check in for the Vulcans. Missed their 9-point game. Jordan Smith coming up to court. 15 seconds remain. And that's going to be, Williams picks it up, puts it up, no good. And Lockhaven's going to be able to dribble this out. Or slight foul there. They wanted to give us a souvenir at the end of the game. As it looks like the Vulcans are going to fall to 8-2 on the season. This will not affect necessarily their PSAC West standings, as teams are on opposite sides of the poll here, but still not what you want to see with the momentum that the Vulcans had coming into this game and having the lead for as long as they did. 10-point lead, 3 seconds to play. It looks like that is going to wrap it up as Nina Shaw is going to dribble the rest of this clock out. The Vulcans fall at home, 69-58. 13th-ranked Vulcans with their first loss in the last 5 games. As we thank you for joining us here at the Convocation Center on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. My name is Andrew White, and Braxton Turner next to me. It's been a pleasure to talk to you all.